Hello, Internet. Welcome to the Noir Conversation. I'm Grease Noir. Today, I want to talk about American pride. So, let's talk about it. A couple of weeks ago, maybe a week and a half, CNN had a commentator on that spoke about America being the United States of arrogance, I believe, um, of how we so mediocre we have become. We no longer look across the waters and think that maybe somebody has a better way of doing something than we do. I think his examples were the UK and Asia, how they have a better educational system, better healthcare system, and a better criminal system than America currently has. But yet our pride won't allow us to think that anybody else can do it better than we do. We are number one. Those stars and stripes get in the way of uh better days, really. And at this point, it is a hindrance, and because I agree with everything he said. Um, if you follow any movies, I think in 2014 a movie came out starring Jeff Daniels, the Newsroom. In that movie, there was a part. I'm pretty sure there's probably clips of it on on YouTube where in front of an auditorium full of college kids, Jeff Daniels gives a great performance, listing off stats of why America is not number one, of how America's fallen in all the statistical standards set across the board for developed countries. Uh, how infant mortality, we were like in the hundred and 80s, I believe. How we were not number one in education. We were like in the 20s or the 30s, possibly. We don't we don't pride ourselves on that. We just pride ourselves on being prideful. If you get my drift, like it seems to me like America's living out its high school glory days at this point. Um, it doesn't want to adapt to the times. Uh, what it used to be is getting in the way of what we can be. Excuse me. Um, and when Jeff Daniels said this line, he turned towards the conservative pundit to say it, and I believe that is the realism in that movie. How conservatives pitch American pride and the Star Spangled Anything. How they love to say that how they love to shape the real issues by saying that America is just plain number one. We are awesome. We give freedom. We give choice. We give, and it's like, bro, no other country does this. We're next door neighbors to Canada. Canada has freedom. They also have health care. And right now, our pride is getting in the way because we can't somehow fathom that any other country besides America can do better than America. And that's not how we used to be. America used to swallow its pride and look like the pundit said, look across the waters, swallow its pride, and see that another country is doing something better than us. Adapt that country's system, and then try to make it better from there. But we no longer do that, man. We've gotten our own way. Our citizens are suffering because of this. Our pride won't allow us to give folks universal health care. Uh, there's a stigma to thinking that there's anything other than America out there. We're not the only developed country, dude. And like I said, on all the measurable stats across the board with other developed nations, we aren't even the best country. I think the only thing we're number one is, well, several actually. We're number one in number of incarcerated people per capita, number of guns per capita, and we spend the most money on our military, which is, by the way, wasteful. You could probably cut that in half. But that's just me. That'll be another conversation. Um, America just at this point, like I said, just reliving its glory days. So many people on that MAGA cult, make America great again. No, bro. No, not again. We continue to work at it. That's what being great is, a continuum of working on oneself. And America refuses to work on itself. We have a political roadblock of people who call out our pride in order to get us to stop doing anything. They stop progress with that pride. For instance, the capitalist system that we use. Anytime you call out another system of doing uh, government or doing business, all of a sudden we are offended because we are capitalist. Dude, really, bro? You can't compare the systems to see what they might be doing better than us and actually having a critical conversation about it. I mean, on Amazon, at the bottom of a page of an items page, they have a comparison of all the top items within the category that your items in. You can compare the stats, and then you can also go below that and compare the comments of people who have used this product or bought this product, been sold this product. Yet we can't do that. America can't compare itself to the other countries. I remember watching Rand Paul, who, by the way, hurt himself or got hurt in an altercation with his neighbor and went to Canada to get it fixed because why? It was cheaper and better in Canada for his operation that he needed. When he came back and he was asked about it, he just said, "No other country is better than America," uh, and he couldn't really justify his travel to Canada for medical purposes, despite all his answers of America doesn't have long lines, America has quality healthcare, quality medics, quality doctors. Then why didn't you get it done in America? Uh, uh, well, uh, dude, really? Be honest. Pride, bro. You're lying to cover American pride. You have officially used American pride to cover for America's failings. And that's one thing we know about pride. I was taught this throughout my years of growing up, that pride comes before a fall. Too much pride is bad for you. It gets gets in the way of self-reflection. You cannot critically assess yourself if your pride tells you there's nothing wrong with you. And that's America in this current day and age. despite all of the ails and ills that are going on with American citizens, the conservative class of America pushes this sinful at this point level of pride, and it's getting in the way of progress. We're holding back the team. We're gonna have to let it go. And I don't know about anybody else, but America, like I said, somewhere towards the beginning of this rant, was that we're falling in all the measurable standards of developed countries. We're becoming a third world country because we don't want to address the issues we currently have. Because America is number one. And it's getting sad at this point. We're like the guy in the party who just can't stop mentioning his name. No one wants to talk to that person. He's a Debbie Downer. He kills the mood. Uh, but that's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to talk about it because it affects me. So you can throw your pride out the door or swallow that shit hard. It's getting in the way of my everyday living and my quality of life in America. All right, alrighty, folks. Catch you again, internet. Catch you in another conversation.